I'm going live in English, and I'm doing readings for people that have subscribed beforehand to my list. And I do a general reading for people that just bump into this live. So, welcome. I have 8 persons of the list for a personal reading. But what I would like to think is that when you hear a 3-card reading for another one, but it resonates somehow with you, trust that that's your spirit guides talking to you. So listen very closely to that story, because your intuition is always awake, but you have to listen to it. So when I do a reading for someone else, and you resonate in some way, feeling something, or just suddenly be aware, well, you can hear it as a reading for you too. I do 8 personal readings and 1 general reading. And so the general reading is for anyone who comes by and isn't on my list that I always prepare beforehand. I could start with a general reading. Maybe that's the best thing to do for anyone who is here but hasn't got himself on the list for the personal one. And just look what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, leave it. But anything that resonates, whether in the general reading or in one of the readings of others, please take it as your intuition speaking to you, because your intuition knows what is for you to hear. The general reading is this one. I took 3 cards of my own intuition deck. I have this one. So if it resonates, take it that your intuition says that is right, that's for you. And when it doesn't resonate, leave it be. So this is for anyone who hasn't had a personal reading. This one. This is being receptive, being open to get messages. This is in the upright position, so that's your situation at this moment. You are open to receive any message from me or anyone else or higher realms to guide you, to lead you. So that's a good start. Being receptive to guidance, to messages that are for your higher good, for the mission you have to fulfill in this life. And you, of course, have to decipher what to do with it, but the first step is done. Then we have this one. Something is boring. Something is boring you. And most of the times when you are bored, you are withholding something you have to do. Withholding a fire in you because you don't want to go forward. So that boredom could be a beautiful reflective moment for you to think, well, what wants to come into fruition at this moment and I don't dare to do. So boredom is always you're holding your fire back. And the last one of the general reading is this one, and it's upright, so that's a good one. The upright position can have 2 meanings, and I don't know, maybe it's different for anyone here that listens to the general reading. It can either be you are able to look at different sides of a situation, and that is your power. Expand your definition of the situation into different views that you can have. That's one explanation for this card. And most of the time I can feel with, when I do a personal reading, which one is to be explained, but I can't for the general reading. The other one is he's jumping, taking a leap of faith. Are you in front of a moment to take that leap of faith? And it could be combined with this one. what I said. This one is telling you, you are bored. You are bored. You are not doing what your heart feels that it wants to do. So maybe you have to take a leap of faith to get out of the boredom and follow that guidance that you are receptive to. And you have it in you. So that's what the general readings say. But the general feeling of these 3 cards is you are gifted with a receptive mind. You are able to look at situations from different sides, but don't let it stop you for doing what you really need to do from the inside out, what your fire is. So don't be withholding your fire or your mission or your power. I do personal readings. You can subscribe for a personal reading when I do an announcement of when I go live, and then you can subscribe and come on the list, and I prepare your personal reading beforehand. Yeah, well, subscribe and you'll get the announcement when I do the next time live readings. Reina. I have these 3 cards. This one is surrender. Surrender to something that can lead you the way, whether it's God or it's your intuition or it's a big wisdom you have. But you have to surrender to get on, and you can do that because it's upright. So you are surrendering to something big. Reina. And the second card is this one. In the upright position, it's, you see a few people working hard to do the yoga positions, not succeeding very well. And that's what it's all about. If you want to be more successful about what you do and owning the things you want to do, you have to practice. And you have to go through a period of inconvenience, of not achieving what you want. It's going through nonetheless. So it's about working and believing that you will get there. That's the second one. And I'm reading for Reina. And the third one, and that's upside down. I explained it with the general reading when it was in upright position. That's when you are able to look at something from different angles. So you are open to different explanations. But you, Reina, are still holding on to one vision. So maybe you can let go of that fixed idea and be curious about what can be the explanation also. So that's the 3 cards of Reina. It's about being able to surrender to something that is calling you, to work for something that you find important to work for, but halfway are inclined to give up, and you are a little bit fixed to one idea. So be curious about what happens. Hello from the Netherlands. Yes, I'm also from the Netherlands, but I do in English now. Hello from South Africa. Well, hello from the Netherlands. Diana. I have this one upside down. Upright, this one is you are pulled or pushed into a situation where you cannot go left or right. You have to go with where everyone else goes. But what you have done is you have made yourself be more flexible and not go with the whole group and its participants, but just go your own way, find your own way, and thereby loosen the grip of the group to go one way. That is this one. This one is upside down, but that was a positive card. So in the positive position, in the upright position, this card means that you can isolate yourself for recovery. You take a moment within all the busyness around you for yourself to recuperate. But with you, Diana, this one is upside down. So maybe you should take more time for yourself to recuperate, to be with all your attention when you come back. Maybe you are too much connected with others, but sometimes we have to come within ourselves to recuperate and feel and hear what we want to do. So take time to go inside and recuperate. That's the second one. And the third one is this. And this is a child that climbed some device very high. And he's looking backwards to see if someone sees it. Well, this is real joy for the achievement. And that is what you have, Diana. You have achieved something and you want everyone to see it. It's pure joy of being capable of coming where you want it. So, this is pure enjoying the achievement. This is taking more time with yourself to recuperate, and this is going the way that you want and not necessarily that everyone else wants. So that's what you have as energies of this moment, and take advantage of it. Everyone, welcome. I'm doing personal readings, and the personal readings I do are from a list that people could subscribe to beforehand. So I don't do new personal readings, but I will do a general reading at the end. So you can see whether that is for you or not. Always look at every reading for what triggers you in some way. So when you hear something in someone else's personal reading and it triggers something in you, take it for that your intuition is spot on and that it's something for you too. Okay, I do the personal reading for Holly. Holly, I have 3 cards for you. And it are all positive cards, but the third one is upside down. This is the first one. And it's about you are part of a group of lights. You are finding your spiritual path and you are connecting with others that are busy with that. Holly, this is your confirmation that you are on the right path. You shine your light and you are in a group of lights, in a group of people that want to serve the world in its difficult period. And this one is also positive. People like to support you in your way and in feeling good about yourself. So make use of that. Or that's a negative way to say it, but enjoy that people would like to support you in the way you are going. You don't have to do it yourself. And then maybe it relates to this one. This one in the upright position means that there are differences, and many differences in opinions or in backgrounds or in ways you move in the world. But those differences can be inspiring and complementing each other. But with you, that's still upside down. So when you see differences, when you experience differences in the way people act, or the background they have, the words they use them not to exclude them, but use it to be curious about where that comes from. And then you make the step to really engage with your group that can serve the world. So that is your advice, Holly. I hope you recognize it. Josephine, I don't know if you're here, but I'm going to do it anyway. And for anyone that's coming by, even if it's a personal reading for someone else, if something is triggered in you, trust your intuition. Then the card is also for you. Josephine, here you are. This one is first. You see elderly people dancing. It's not the most aesthetic or vibrant way to dance, but they dance anyway. The card is called Keep Moving On. It's a reminder to, whatever the difficulty is with moving, just go anyway, because that's the way to come into new experiences and new ways to serve in your own unique way. But you don't want to hold back because it doesn't look very well, or it doesn't, or no one appreciates it. No, go on. You are on your path, and you will get your acknowledgement and your way to serve the world in your own unique way. So that's the first one. Now you are still holding back because of this. It doesn't look well, or it's not acknowledged as being important or something like that. This one is upside down. It's also a blockage in some way. Here you see two people working, but not very inspired. They are working and are doing something they don't bother doing, really. But with you, it's upside down, which means that you have overcome this. You have chosen a path that inspires you more than where you were. And that's a good sign. And the last, and that's a warning again, is this one. This person is enjoying life very much, but a little too much. So it doesn't mean that you enjoy life too much, but it means that something that you like doing, you are tending to do too much out of being afraid to make steps in a direction that will fulfill you. So it's a distraction from the path you are going. So you are going on your own path, which fires you up more, but don't let you yourself distract you from that. And don't think about how others perceive what you are doing. You are going your own way. It's the only way to find your mission. So I hope that is helping, Josephine. Jolanda. I got you, Jolanda. This one is an explosion. And something, it's halfway. It's not over yet, and it's not to begin. It's you are within something that is changing your world in some way. You're in the midst of an explosion. Things are changing. And within all that chaos that comes about, you are able to also take your rest when needed. You are also able to relax, and that's a good sign. That's a good capacity or ability that you can do that. Because from that moment of relaxation and going inside and viewing everything that is happening, you can feel the next step to surf the waves of the explosion, you could say. And then at last, Jolanda, you have this one. And this is clearing the ground. I think it's related to the explosion. Something big has happened, and now you are clearing your world of things that you don't need anymore, relations that you don't need anymore, ways of coping that you don't need anymore, habits that you don't need anymore. You are clearing the ground for your new expansion on your way to your mission. That's what's for you, the energies. Jolanda? Petra. I think I have these ones. Yes. Petra, I have 3 cards for you. And 2 of them are upside down. 1 is positive upside down. This in the upright position is happy family. You are part of a family that works together or that works in some way. You belong there, you know the rules, you know the habits, and you are a part of it. And you are missed when you're not there. That's in the upright position. But you have it upside down, which means that you are looking for a new family to belong to. Maybe you have said goodbye to your original family. You are still looking for a group where you can be a part of or belong to. So I think that's your quest at this moment. And the next one, and I'm reading for Petra now, is this one. In the upright position, this person wants to care for this one, but he is too overwhelming. He's too directing. But you have overcome that. So I don't know which of the 2 persons you are on this picture, but the overbearing care that you gave to another or that was given to you has ended, and you have made boundaries to that. Petra, you have made your mind up and pulled your boundaries, I think. Whether in the giving part and overbearing part and overcaring part for someone else, or getting so much overbearing care. I don't know, that's not clear to me. But under it all, here is a powerful woman. You are a powerful woman, at this moment at least. She knows what she wants. She's a little bit teasing. She's enjoying life and changing the things she wants to change. She's a divine woman. You are a powerful woman in what you want and what you do to get what you want. So keep that. And it's not in upside down position, so it's working for you at this moment. So maybe you have broken with some situation that wasn't feeding you or fulfilling you in some way, and you lost a family with that or group where you belong to, and you are now looking for something new, but you have the power in you to make your own group. That's what I get from these cards. And these cards were for Petra. And then we have Nena. Nena or Nina. And the first one is this. These young people are very proud of an achievement they made. They are celebrating and showing off. And that's what the energy you are in. You have achieved something and you can be proud of it. And maybe it has to do with the next one, Nena. Because this one is upside down, but it's a blockage. In the upright position, it means that you left a project halfway. It's an unfinished project. But when it's upside down, you have made an end to a project. Maybe you skipped the project after all, or you finished it, but it's not weighing on your shoulders anymore. So you finished something, and I think for the better. But there's also something else, and that's in the upright position, and that's also a blockage. And I hope you can see the picture. This is a group of people around the table, and here is a figure, and he or she is standing, watching the group, wanting to mingle or be part of a group, but doesn't know how to step into that group. And yeah, he or she has to take a step to ask to join. It's not the group that will invite him or her in. It's him or her making the step to show what they want and show what they feel, and then hope that he can join the others. So you can be proud of something you have achieved. Maybe it's you finished a project that was weighing on you, but now you are on the verge of making a step towards a group where you want to play with, belong with, and you feel hesitant, and you'll have to overcome that to get rid of the tension, the stress. I hope it's clear to you. That was Nena. Nickitha. Nickitha, I thought you were Nikki, but you are Nickitha. And I have 3 cards for you, and they are all positive cards, but one of them is upside down, so you have to go with it in some way. That's sort of a challenge. But the first one is positive, and that's this one. It's the natural rhythm, it's called, and it means that everything has a natural rhythm and natural timing, and you are well aware of that. And maybe you have in the past tried to push things forward, but you gave that up and follow the natural timing much more. But there's something in that naturalness that you have to learn still. And this is the picture in the upright position. You can see a figure here on the surface of the sea, and the picture is sort of taken from the bottom, and you look through between the plants, the sea plants, and someone is floating. Oh, someone is floating on the surface of the sea. So that you are floating on the surface of the sea, going with the waves, but it's upside down. So you have learned to follow a natural timing. That was your first card. But in going with the flow, it's difficult for you to relax, to just enjoy the waves up and down and relax in that moment. So you are trying, maybe you are trying too much to withstand the waves or something like that. You still have to learn to relax in going with the flow. But what is for you a real ability is this one. You are not resistant to be the best one in a group. That's all I can say really. It's you are confident, you are self-confident, and you are willing to express what you know, what you can, without hesitance to others that could feel they fail in some way. No, you are just in your power, exactly how you are. So that's the third one. Yes, I'm Dutch. And yes, I have lives in Dutch too, but they alternate. I always do 8 to 10 people in a live session. Now I do 8, and it's dependent on how much energy I have, how busy I am in the rest of my life. So I do 8 normally and 1 general reading. And oh, thank you. Yeah, I made them myself, my cards. And now I can repeat the general reading. I started with this, but maybe most of the people I knew that are now present, so I'll do it again. And the general reading, if you don't resonate with the general reading, let it be. Then it's not for you. How can you get the cards? Well, I'm going to sell them next year. I'm preparing now and test them for how long they keep on working because they are laminated. So I have to check how good they stick together. So next year I will sell my cards and sell readings, personal readings. You could always mail me that you are interested, so I can alert you the moment when I think I'm going to sell them. I am Dutch, yes. I do lives and I do alternating Dutch and English. But so now we do English. I'm also a grandmother, yes. I have the age of a grandmother and I have grandchildren, even. My mission in to be here, why would an old lady like me be here, is helping people to follow their intuition, to get a sense of their intuition and how to follow it. And I started with making my own oracle cards, which you can purchase next year. I'm testing them now. And that is one way to do it, that you learn to read the intuition cards for yourself or somebody else, but that you are guided by your intuition, because I think we all have intuition. I sense energies, I get messages, and that's not for me alone to have that. My mission is about people learning to listen to their intuition much more and forming their lives much more. And that's also what the way I'm still struggling to go and tripping sometimes and standing up again. That's also what I discovered is my mission, that I help people to learn to listen to their intuition and to know that there's always a channel you can ask a question that's difficult for you. Oh, thank you. Yes. The best way to come out of a winter dip, I don't know if it's an English word, but okay. I think the winter invites you to go inside. And it's like, now, not procrastinate, of course, but it's going back to yourself. Everything outside is slowing down. And then the way to come out of the dip is going inside yourself. And every moment follow what you would like to do. So taking a break, making a coffee, making a good meal, or just being creative in some way, but starting the journey from inside. I hope I can do the next live next week, and I think it will be in Dutch, but we'll see. You'll hear. I'll announce it again, and then I hope I can invite you to come again. You can get a personal reading. I think the best way is to subscribe and wait for the live announcement, because in the live announcement I always say when the next live will be and what you can do to get a personal reading. So, do you have questions? Thank you. Yes. I'm very excited for my cards too. And now I'm busy with dancers of TikTok. I don't know if you saw the clip I made about it. I'm always inspired by the dancers of TikTok. So I made a lot of photographs. And I made 81 cards from dancers in TikTok. And I want to use them as intuition cards, but I have to choose the right pictures for some energies that I feel with them. Oh, yeah. Yes, I like it too. I like it very much. But it's more difficult because it's more abstract. Some dancers express feelings, so that's easy. And when it's cockiness, that's easy to see. Or when it's sadness, that's easy to see. But there are dancers that express something that you have to give words, and that's the difficult part of it. But I'll come there and I'll show you when it's totally ready. I made 40 cards of the 81, but I'll go to 81. And that is because I've defined 9 energies, which you can see in the cards. And the 9 energies are repeated until 81. That's my structure. The nine energies have relations with the... one is starting something, a spark. 2 is belonging somewhere. 3 is communication. 4 is structures. 5 is fun and joy, but change also. 6 is caring for someone, loyalty. 7 is death and rebirth, this sudden changes. And 8 is leading a group to success, or leading yourself to success. And 9 is surrendering to direction. So that are the energies I use. That's difficult to do in a group session. And it's also defined in like you are a victim of your health and of your body, but you can also influence that. So the question I would ask in that situation, if that's your personal question, what can I do to support my health? And that's more of a spiritual and psychic way to look at it. If that are all the questions, I want to finish now. And hope to see you next time. And hope to read for you then. I do readings, I do personal readings, but I always prepare them beforehand. So if you want to have a personal reading, please watch for the next announcement for a live. And there's always the question, if you want to have a personal reading, what you have to do to get it during the live. Okay, so watch the next announcement for the next live, and you can subscribe for a reading. Hope to see you soon. Bye.